It seemed like a smart thing to do. Not to mention, I was kind of getting into the groove of doing some more reorganizing and getting things fixed. So here's what we're going to do. This live will not be anywhere near as long as the last one. We're going to start with the table and work our way forward. You know, if it's not Star Wars, or if it's not the main 6 movies, it goes on the shelf behind me. Again, everything we're doing is more a temporary kind of thing until I am actually able to sit down for the long periods of time and just rebuild and fix and, you know, reorganize everything that's behind me, get all that done. So yeah, for example, that speeder bike is a Clone Wars thing. That there is any minifigures or parts are going on the shelf in there. So there. Hey there, how's it going? But we've got an idea of how I'm wanting to plan all this out and get it done. So like some of it does need fixed, like 2003 Geonosian Starfighter. Got to fix that. I'll sit down and properly fix that later on, but that would count as towards being on this shelving, so it will sit there for now. That's another part of it. It can go there. Geonosis Cannon from 2012. Hey there. That will go on here for now. Again, we're continuing kind of what we've done before. I'm wondering if I have another way of doing those. You know, we can use this bag for some of that parts and minifigs, just so they're not everywhere. That's probably the better way of dealing with it. But just so they're not constantly just, you know, all over the place. Means I can do this a little bit neater than I have been, which, you know, that would be great. Because like I said, there's some sets here that need rebuilt. Yeah, this will not be a long live, it's like a 25-minute stream. It's probably what this is going to be, but I was enjoying it earlier. I took a 10-minute rest, had a drink, whatnot, sent a couple work emails I had to send, and thought, you know what, we'll come back and do a little bit more. Just on the principle as I'm enjoying myself, and since I actually got started on it, I'm now even more motivated to get my shelves looking the way that they're supposed to look. Which is, you know, not what you're seeing behind me, sadly. But with what I've been doing the last couple of days, I would say that this is to be expected. Just all of this small, this will just make this a world of being easier. So what we'll do is we'll do this table, we'll clear it off, get all these parts where they need to be, and then all these sets on this table where they need to be. We're not too worried about reorganizing stuff to be fixed. I do not think we'll get to the fixing part in this stream. I did, however, the other day order a bunch of parts for some sets that have got some sun damage to them. And so those are going to look like, you know, the Twilight and the Gungan Sub both have... This Gungan Sub more so is really tired looking, so... I mean, it is a 14-year-old set. I do see a lot of those on eBay with some yellow, and so we're replacing some of its grey parts at the front. So we've got that going. But since I'm jumping back to work later, I can pick up more of these bags that we can use these for the next couple of streams. That I feel those would be a useful asset. So having it going around the shelf, when I have it bagged up, that makes a bit more sense. So tomorrow's stream, the goal is to add in the other shelves to this unit and start to actually get done what I want to get done with it. Granted, it'll probably like a week or so before the shelves will look the way that they should, but it will take time kind of thing. Considering they were recently just absolutely ripped apart. But I tell you one thing, I have no regrets about opening up access to the window and stuff again. Like, see, back in November when I done it, it was cold, it was always raining, so it made sense. But as we're getting into the nicer part of, you know, we're now in April, which is crazy, it does make more sense to do this. more or less, my goal over the next week is to have all this look good. Well, that's the thing. See, when I was needing parts to fill in the base, right, in our structure Potato God. And I had run out of parts to my knowledge. I'm like, crap, I'm gonna have to order more parts off of eBay or Bricklink, right? See, when I was taking see, Potato God, see when I was taking down the shelving the other day, I found some things. For example, I found this bag, Potato God, of parts. So that means the stand can keep going, but until I do, thanks man, I appreciate that. Until I get the other stuff sorted, that project is currently on hold. But only temporarily. But yeah, that was a great find. So we're going to move the table away from here. And we're going to start to pick up sets and move them from that moment. So this is one of the sets. I don't know if it's obvious on my favourite set. Currently it's the GCS Super Star Destroyer up there. Not currently, we're doing some live builds on the backlog with those 2010 sets. I don't know if it's obvious, but these are yellowed from the sun. So is this stripe here. So I've ordered new parts from Bricklink to freshen it up. So you can expect that to be on the streams. There'll be a stream, because I've also done the same for the Gungan sub. In fact, do you know what I'll do? I will post pictures in my community tab so you can see how bad they are. But see, when you go on eBay and you're buying used sets, you do see a lot of sets like that. I don't feel as bad about mine. You know what? You should win an award because I've actually not heard that comment before. No one has ever brought that point up. See, this is the Captain Knife Production 72 lore you guys come for. I have the similar glasses to my viewers. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink. I'll tell you one thing, right? Your stand looks good, right? So see when you, granted the room is currently in the process of being redone, but you walk in the door. I love how and yes, Potato Greg is up there, man. Oh yeah, there's plans for more sets. But this project is like the first thing you notice in the room. The complete saga thing. So that is cool. The Colmore stand is at this time over here, under the DeLorean. So it is a priority, but it's not as big a priority as having my room like normal. But it is up there. We're just organizing the sets, because I just had to throw them all on the shelf when I was doing my shelving. But trust me, this will be a really short live because I've got to go jump out back to work for a little bit. And I have a 6 AM start tomorrow, so I will be pretty much, like, I won't be active on here after that, but I may do a short showing progress on this. So this is a Clone set, so it's going to go over here for now. I do have just streams like this where they're organising. Like if 50 people join in the space of this live stream, I'm happy. The more times it just now. It's 10 to 8, so we'll go for a bit. But nothing too crazy. So, see, that is an original trilogy set, so that gets to go there. As is the Snow Speeder. Again, normally my collection's really well laid out, Potato God will tell you that, but this is a temporary situation. Oh no, I found a way to organize it this way. I'm not going to get more shelves because, at least not big IKEA shelves, because I basically walled myself in, blocking the window just to have more shelves, and I regretted that eventually. Remember, this is not just a Lego room, this is my room. See, if it was a Lego room, I would go shelves. No, I'm Scottish. Like, see, I'm not going to be buying too much shelves or sets going forward, because most of my Lego spending, right, is going to go on that Complete Saga thing. Those figures are not cheap, especially the custom made ones to look like the game, and I'm putting my money into that just now. Remember, I do have a backlog. I'm just going to be buying certain sets, and I've come up with a way that I can put certain ones in storage to fit other ones, but doing the full room of shelves will be a thing I do eventually. Just not right now. So the part of Hoth that set got demolished. You got the rough treatment there, pal. Right, another part of it. So on my books, we're going to put this. Where's the other gaming books? My books there. So separate out this. Warehouse worker. Like, I'm a student, but I work in a warehouse. Everyone assumes I do some rich people job. No, but I want the giant one. I want the huge one that Lego did. It's on my list of things I want to pick up. I've just not done it yet. ...2005 turbo tank, which needs a axle repair. Fish that out. $23. You're very close. Everyone guesses I'm in my 30s. Thank you for guessing younger. Highlight of my day, someone did not correct my age, guess my age to be older. There we go, table's gone. There's a lot of answers to that question. I'd have to say probably Darth Malgus from 2012. That's the 2012. That's a TIE fighter from that year. We'll just throw that up there for now. There's a poster we may be putting up at some point in another stream that can go there. Right, it's taken a slight pummeling, but it's my other gunship. Can I get that to go in there actually? Without breaking it. Yes, I can. That is a big bit of progress. Alright, that's going to go here, being a movie thing. It's Cad Bane Speeder, that is Clone Wars. Actually, that would be it, yeah. Because everything else I've got on this shelf, apart from this is a part of my gunship, but I'll organise that later, is an original trilogy. Am I 100% sure? Yeah, that's the rest of the shelf is original trilogy and pretty cool stuff. So this is the last one we've got to move, realistically. Apparently damaging it is also part of what we've got to do. Oh, the Lego Founder House. No. I do like, there's a Lego set similar, from I think 2006 or 7 that I do want to buy. It just looks like your classic Lego build from the 60s and 70s. It's a set I'd like to buy. So something I'm still trying to figure out, right, is what we're going to do with this. So this is the UCS sail barge, or what happened to it in the end. Just so it's not sitting on my floor, I'm going to put it here, because it's not actually really crushing anything. It's not a problem being there. At this point in the stream going forward, we're just going to organise what the hell's in this room, basically. Because the floor is a slight mess from what we've been doing. So yeah, that's pretty much just going to be the remainder of the stream. I don't really have that much non-Star Wars. The most non-Star Wars sets I have, I've got Lego Scooby-Doo, I've got Lego Indiana Jones, I've got Alien Conquest, a couple Marvel sets, and a theme called Pharaoh's Quest. That is like the main extent to which I have other themes. It's not that I haven't cleaned the Cloud City set. I do clean it frequently. It used to look worse. The one I bought came from an attic, and it had like 20 odd years worth of dust that I could not get rid of. So I took it apart and washed all the pieces individually. I've just not had the chance to clean a lot of my Lego for a while. So it's not the biggest improvement we'll manage to get done for streams, but it's a step in the right direction. We're actually getting some things sorted. Hopefully we can repeat that in upcoming streams. Do you know what? You're the first person to say that they're cool and not say what the hell is Pharaoh's Quest. I like this. Someone knows what it is. So what it is, Lego Pharaoh's Quest, I feel you would only know about it if you were collecting Lego when it was out, or if you just happen to be into obscure Lego themes, which isn't most people. So it is one of those themes that is constantly forgotten about by people, but it's, see if you want a Lego theme that's cool, interesting, and there's not loads of sets, Pharaoh's Quest is the way to go for a Lego theme. Like, I cannot stress that enough. If I was going to go for a Lego theme that was a little bit obscure, but we had an interesting story behind it and stuff, I would go Pharaoh's Quest. Granted, Pharaoh's Quest, like, less and less people will remember that Lego theme or know about it because it did start in 2011. Which, let's be honest, that doesn't feel like that long ago, but it's... See, when you think about it, it was a while ago. I do have the Chrome Silver... Oh, sorry. I own all 4 Chrome Star Wars figures. Vader's there, Stormtrooper there, T's there, and C-3PO's up there. By the way, when this stream hits 30 minutes, we'll be cutting it out, so that's in like 9 minutes, by the way. It is so warm, I'm going to turn my fan on. One second. There we go, we got that fan on. That should hopefully make it a bit better because I have the window open. See, in the UK we get these occasional really nice days, then get none. No, I do not. I had the opportunity to buy that set when it came out and I did not take it. The set that I've owned that had the most figures was the Death Star from 08. That had 24. I cannot think of any other set I have that would be a higher number, or had. Seeing as that is like one of the very few sets of my collection I chose to sell. But it's one of those ones that I regret selling, and I'm currently on the lookout for, you know, another copy of that to purchase. So there is that. It's getting everything up in stupid places. There we go, there we go. See, I do miss the set, but at the time it made sense to sell. And I bought the 06 sail barge and the 2011 Falcon with the money from that sale. Which, again, I don't regret that too much. Those are cool sets. Sail barge being there, Falcon being up there. Right. No, I do not have the Razor Crest. I was not earning any money when that set came out, so I never picked it up. The very first set that I bought for my paycheck was the 2012 Jabba's Palace. It's one of the many reasons I consider that set to be one of the more special ones that I have, just because, you know, hey, the very first Lego set that I bought for my workplace, you know, that I earned through that was that set. I cannot wait though. See, over the next couple of days, I plan for this to be look a lot better than it does. It's going to work in progress, and trust me, at some point this year, perhaps it'll be the 5,000 subscriber thing. We'll get that 08 Death Star, or if I'm really lucky, an 05 one. But 08 would probably be more display friendly. But yeah, today's stream has been, worth it. We have got things done. Hey there. So, I can't complain with that. We've been productive. I'm just putting things away in some places just so I know where they are. Right, so that box I'm going to throw in the other room. That's the box that the original, well, my Xbox showed up in. Which I'm going to be playing once I get back from work for a little bit. Because I want to de-stress, and I really want to get into Knights of the Old Republic again. Alright, what's stopping the door? Man, if that's when you sleep, we gotta fix that, man. Are you going to be posting that in the community? Because I do really want to see that. So, yeah, we're just going to continue to organise a couple of things here and there before I do. So, as I said, I have to jump back out for a little bit and then I'll come back and... I mean, look, we've done alright for the stream. I never expected, by a couple of days in that we would have this done. I'm glad I didn't expect that myself because I know that there's still a way to go. Come on, that's not all the shells I have for that unit. I do also have... What's the word I'm looking for? I do also have, another 5 of these I could insert. And I am considering a little bit, actually, taking that UCS Falcon down from there and have, all the original trilogy UCS sets together. Or all the prequel, all the saga stuff all on one shelf. You know what I mean? Hey. I'm putting on my jacket because I will be heading back out, more or less right after this ends in a couple of minutes. My Xbox One controller, I'll put that over here. I'll put it up here actually. Hells yeah. Or other equivalent words. But no, all this will be getting fixed in the coming days. Some of these sets did get damaged. Echo Base got damaged. Tantiv's damaged. Landing Craft's damaged. Star Destroyer's damaged. Battle of Endor's damaged. Palpatine's Arrest got smited. You know, Canon self-gun, but it's all stuff that we're going to be fixing over the next few days on stream, even if those streams aren't too long. And yes, Potato God, we'll be getting back into some of the other projects, but I want to thank everyone for watching. I'm going to be sitting playing Republic Commando for a bit. Probably more likely Knights of the Old Republic. I'll see you guys for... Yeah, that's alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow for that stream. Thanks for watching.